In 1955, Mamie Till Mobley made a decision that shifted the way the American psyche processes the murder of Black sons and daughters. In choosing to have Emmett Till's casket open and photos of her slain son's mangled face broadcast to the world, a mother's grief, a Black mother's nightmare, was made real for the world to experience. 62 years later, the killings of Black bodies still plays in the quotidian, and their mother's mourning is laid bare for social witnessing. This work seeks to document, hold, and deal with that trauma. What does it mean to grieve with or for a society that stole your child? A Mother's Rite is a ballet set to Igor Stravinsky's Rite of Spring musical composition, performed by Tony Award-nominated actress and dancer Karine Plantadit, and explores one mother's journey through stages of grief after being thrust into the spotlight by way of her son's murder. My name is Jeremy McQueen, and I am the founding artistic director and choreographer of the Black Iris Project. For so long, I was studying classical ballet, and I really felt like I loved the art form, but I didn't identify with the stories of Giselle and Le Corsaire. So I really wanted to bring ballets to stage that not just showed Black and brown bodies, but also shared our experiences and showed how beautiful our lives are. I started the Black Iris Project as an effort to bring dancers together, but to also be a catalyst for change and to create ballets that reflect our communities and our history. We are so grateful to the Bronx Museum for co-commissioning this ballet through the Bronx Museum of the Arts Dance and Visual Arts Collaborative Commissioning Program. The Rite of Spring originally premiered in 1913 and was choreographed by Nijinsky and composed by Igor Stravinsky. It had changed the way we view ballet today. It was so controversial and so revolutionary and so different and out of the box. So I wanted to find my own way with my own experience and background to be able to also push boundaries with this music. My original idea for Rite of Spring when I started it in 2016 was actually going to be a chess game. It was very loose, and one of my advisors said, you know what, I feel like this has been done before. This isn't interesting, this isn't revolutionary, this isn't pushing culture forward. I think you need to chew on this a little bit more. And I actually went to the Solange concert that night with my boyfriend. That night really changed the course of this entire ballet. At one point, Solange was on stage talking about, I have a right to be mad. So I started to really observe the surrounding and the environment that I was in, and it was really interesting that people were so engulfed in her experience of her having a nervous breakdown on stage or portraying that. Started thinking in my head, what do we have the right to be mad about? What is she mad about? What are we mad about as Black people? We're mad about the senseless killings of Black men and women. There's two sides to every story that people don't often see, and one of those sides is often the mother's side. You don't often hear about the mother's experiences. We so often hear about the mothers being champions for their children, but we don't often hear and see what they're going through. To all of a sudden have cameras watching your every action, from going to a protest to going to the grocery store, to people on the street stopping you to tell you that they love you, or having constant hashtags with your last name circulated all over the internet. That, to me, is an experience that I wanted to kind of document in a ballet way, in an artistic way that hasn't been done. Throughout this experience, I've been having the honor to collaborate with a phenomenal playwright named Angelica Chéri. She and I have just been brainstorming and researching all of these different mothers and their families and their experiences, and we have created a fictional character that's inspired by so many different mothers.
For over 20 minutes, you are engulfed in one soul, in one person, in what they're going through. That's very rare. You don't really get to see just one person and study them for that long in a performance. This is something where you get the opportunity to just see this memoir of this person told through movement in a very intimate setting. It's created to make you feel as if you're right there with her, with this mother.
I want people to realize and recognize that we have to come together as a community to fight for one another, to support one another, to be there for one another unconditionally. What's really going to make us stronger and help move us forward as a culture, as a race, is us really coming together, understanding, hearing each other, empathizing with one another, and finding a way that we can rebuild and regain our strength.
Art has this beautiful and seamless way of introducing some of the most uncomfortable topics that we have going on right now. And it's something where I feel like if I had a child, I would want them to see this, and then they would have questions about, well, what was she going through? What is this story about? Why is she upset? It's something that I think, in a way, just sparks conversation. We all like to keep everything very hidden because we want to be strong. And I hope that in leaving that, they see that we all have our moments of weakness. We all have our moments of doubt in ourselves and people around us, and we all doubt the world that we live in. This woman is strong. This mother is strong, and she gets through it, and she finds hope in a very, very dark place.
We're so grateful for all of the amazing support that we've received from the Bronx Museum to bring this ballet to fruition, including that support from the Mertz Gilmore Foundation and all of our amazing seed planners at the Black Iris Project. A Mother's Rite will premiere officially on Thursday, August 16th at 8 p.m. at Marcus Garvey Park in Harlem, presented by City Parks Foundation's SummerStage.